you say, look, we may have an opportunity to move. How do you like your school? Do you feel like your education could be better? Do you want to have the opportunity to do better and learn better?
Mm-hmm.
So we can make this move here. You know, the school is, you know, either way smaller or way bigger.
Right.
The teachers are this, teachers are that. You know, to say you can go outside and play and do what you want to do, ride your bike, get on your scooter.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah.
And if the kid says, okay, let's do it, then that's, you know, that would be ideal. That would be an ideal situation. But the parent calls the shots. They're like, no, they're just trying to kick all the black people out the hood.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't going. So
Inserting
now,
their personal
right.
opinion.
So now you're robbing the kids now.
Mm.
You know, that's just
No,
that's
and
just the way that I
absolutely.
think
No,
about
and
it.
that is an excellent. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say Francis Walker raises 3 points. I was just going to share those.
Go ahead.
The first one is, will the people take care of the new homes in a suburban setting? That's number one. Number two, will the students be received well and treated fairly by the staff, teachers, and students in the schools? And then her third point is, will the parents be engaged and meet the more strict parental involvement requirements of the school district? Now, that's keeping it real.
That is
That's keeping it real.
Thank you. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. As you move into different environments, there are different expectations.
Right.
Now you have to invest in a lawnmower and keep your grass cut. You know, there are certain things when you move into the suburbs. Now
That you
you're
wouldn't
expected
necessarily
to.
have to.
That's right. There's more
Yeah, but-
pressure to attend the PTA meeting, and you know,
Yeah,
there's.
I mean, but you know what though?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like we can have this
gonna be
debate.
okay.
We can have this debate all night about this.
Oh yeah,
subject.
absolutely,
No,
absolutely.
I want to say who you said?
Francis.
Francis.
Yeah, Francis tuning in from Detroit.
All right.
Oh,
Thank
what's
you.
up?
The D.
What's going on? I got some partners out
The
there.
Dirty D.
The D.
What up? I did a
All right.
show out there a couple years ago. Great. Awesome.
So, you know, they would have to be more involved, and I would want them to be more involved because a lot of kids and a lot of parents aren't involved.
Yeah.
And they could be walking distance from the school. Only time that the parent come up is when the kid get in trouble.
That's true.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
So,
dropping them
I
off,
mean,
picking them up.
right.
Nah, but that actually, I like where you're going with that, cause I think what brother Oreos is saying is y'all need to be challenged. Y'all need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to stop with all the malarkey and get your shit right.
Not the malarkey.
Malarkey though.
Not
Yeah,
the malarkey.
no, I'm sorry. I had to use that.
He's
Hey.
bringing out his Sunday's best.
Yes, he is.
today.
Yo.
Not the malarkey.
Suited and booted with the vocabulary.
Like, yo, I'm sorry I had to get profane on y'all motherfuckers.
This is a family show.
I'm sorry, man. But no, Brother Oreo wants to challenge you. Well, that's how I'm taking it.
I'm
because
not.
not like that.
I don't want to challenge.
Not
you,
a
but
challenge, but it's
only
just
thing that I want to toss out there, you know, for maybe the parents that live in the city, you know what I'm saying, that live in the state that may have an opportunity to have that opportunity to bring their kids somewhere else. Think about it. Don't just churn it down because of the regentification, because it's already happening. It's already
it's
here.
going to happen.
It's not even that it's gonna happen. It has happened.
Yeah.
Like, come on, when I grew up, you know, I grew up right around the corner. You know, right in Common Square. You know what I'm saying, Dorchester. Back in my days, you didn't see nothing but color in here. Now I was driving by, seeing white people jogging. I'm like, wait, what the?
Yeah,
When
right.
when did this happen?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's happening. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop it. It's already done. But, you know, I would just say don't deprive your kids. If you have an opportunity to do something better for them, do something better for them.
That's real.
With a Section 8 voucher, you can always move. You don't have to stay put where you're at.
Yeah.
You can always move.
So get out of your comfort zone and try some new things.
Yeah.
You know,
Why not?
try some new things in life.
Yeah, no, I like that. Again, mic drop. Jules, we jewelers right now. Damn. So we're gonna leave it at that because we wanna move this show right along because we wanna get to the special part, and that's talking with Miss DC Hunni, aka
Frosty Hunni.
Frosty Hunni.
Frosty Hunni.
So this next one, we're not gonna do the last one. We're just gonna go straight to. We're just gonna stop it at this one and jump right into the interview. So
sure.
This will be the last topic for the day until we get into, talking with Miss DC Hunni. So, our lovely friend of the show, Shade Magazine, posted an article talking about black people's hair, men and women, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the news, but lately a lot of kids have been denied access to school because of their hairstyles. And I mean, not just ladies or girls, but boys as well. And it's strange, to say the least, that these kids are not being allowed in school because of their hairstyles. One of the students, straight A student, honor roll, they told her she had to go home. It made her cry, all that.
Why is that?
Because they told her to get out because her hair was inappropriate.
Did they use the word unkempt? Oh, that was another story that I saw. They didn't use the word unkempt.
I'm not sure how what
word
they
used,
but they just said
policy.
it violated policy. And that's just a couple of the many stories. Also, corporations are. There was actually just a ruling the other day. Today is what, Thursday, so it might have been maybe Monday of this week or sometime last week. But there was a ruling that just passed that said it is legal for companies to ban black hairstyles. Yeah.
Well,
specifically locks. Specifically locks. Dreadlocks.
Specifically dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I apologize about that. It's actually dreadlocks. It was. I can't cite the article because I did not write it down, and I am bad. I'm bad. But
I'm about to jump
I think
right.
Oreos got something to say over here.
Please say something, brother man. Please.
All right. I'm gonna try not to be biased on this because me personally, like, I don't, whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying? Whatever flies your boat. But in some cases, I don't like dreadlocks either. You know what I'm saying? That is a hairstyle that you have to be on point with, in my opinion. Now, this is just strictly my opinion. You have to be on point with that because, one, you're growing a bunch of dead hair. You know what I'm saying?
Hair is dead anyway, but go ahead.
Yeah, but when you
it's already dead.
But when you lock it,
yeah,
and you do all that other stuff, if you don't take care of it, stuff gets trapped in there, and then
that smells mildew.
It stinks.
Yeah,
like, I don't know if I'm in the classroom. I don't want to sit behind something. I don't want to sit behind hot garbage. You know what I'm saying? you trying to hear Y E equals MC squared, and you're like, God damn. Shit. Like, you can't focus now. Now you done missed the whole lesson because you trying to block your nose. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not agreeing with it. I think it's wrong. I know that I tried to get one time a seasonal job with UPS, and they told me that I had to cut my beard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's against my religion. So I'm not cutting my beard. You can keep this job. I don't need it that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like certain things. It's like telling the Amish man he had to cut his curls. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're supposed to not be judged on, your beliefs and your religions. Like, especially like, you don't necessarily have to be a Jamaican, but if you live like the Rasta lifestyle, locks and all of that stuff is a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what you are and that's what you practice, you shouldn't be judged on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
She was like, I was like, well, how about this? How about I trim it down and just keep it neat? Like, no, you got to be naked face. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen,
Yeah, I
I
worked for a security company, and there was the same policy. Someone came in, excellent candidate for an interview, but they said if he was to accept the job, he would have to shave his beard. Yeah.
I said, listen.
Clean shaven.
I said, listen. I have a bald head. I'm black. Do you think I cut all the hair off my face? Could you imagine what I would look like? I said, it's against my religion. I'm like, this is my strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not cutting.
Yeah.
Samson. That's what that is. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah. No, I'm serious though. Like,
Yeah.
well, as long as you've known me,
Yeah.
I've always had, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This man been.
I'll do different things.
All I gotta
to it.
say is, fuck y'all with beards, man. Fuck y'all.
Oh, he hating over here.
Nah.
Beard gang.
He hating on the beard gang.
Beard gang.
Nah, I'm not hating. I got love for all y'all beardos out there.
Beardos. Sipping on a haterade like.
Hey, yo, they got lace front beards now, bro.
Oh, stop.
ain't
That's going
getting
too
with
far.
Nah,
That's faking
man.
it till you make it right there.
Nah.
They got them though.
I ain't going out like that. I ain't going out like that.
You got a little
I'd rather
something
get
though.
markers.
You got a
I'd
little
rather
something
just get
going
some
on
marker
there.
and just color that shit in.
You got a baby beard. You got a starter kit going on
You
there.
Starter kit. Yo.
We ain't with the puberty yet. We're not gonna judge.
Judge-free zone here.
Yo.
But it makes you wonder why they put those policies in place. Well, I know why, but why the Supreme Court upheld that that right to do so. So, I have no idea why.
Oh, I thought you were about to get into
No, I said
it.
it makes you wonder.
Oh.
You know,
like I know why.
Why did
but-
that pass? You know, why did
Okay.
that? Yeah, why did
Yeah,
that
that
pass?
only passed because of the 45th. This is what I say
Mhm.
to him.
he
Yeah.
Do it one more time.
needs
I
a
think
longer
they heard
one.
you. There you go. There you go.
Nah, man, it's crazy though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So students should be able to wear their hair as it naturally grows. The same in the workplace as long as it's professional, and that just means clean and maintained. How
Right.
can you tell me that the natural texture of my hair is inferior to the natural texture of yours? That
Right.
makes zero sense to me. You know, you have to really explain that one to me for it to be acceptable. And then bottom line, that's not the place for you to work then. If they can't accept you as you naturally are, you need to assimilate into the dominant culture, which is the white culture in this country, then this is not the place for me. I mean, I support entrepreneurship anyway, so I'm not tripping off at anybody. You know, you don't like my natural hair, well, I should be running my own business anyway,
Right.
or working for a black-owned company. So,
Right.
you know, that's just a reminder. You know, we need to be educating our own,
Right.
and we need to be working with and for our own. You know,
Nothing wrong with
so-
it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
I should be able to say, I'm black and I'm proud. I should be able to march down the street and say it,
Hey, like,
And
hey,
not-
Bobby,
Mhm.
and
Cut
not
your-
get
cut your hair and just come to school every day or work in a dashiki.
right, exactly. Go to the extreme with it.
You know, like no, but it's
Yeah.
like people get angry or mad when we say when we have positive things to say about our community. Like I said, I'm black and I'm proud. I love it. I love the skin I'm in, despite all the BS and bullshit that we deal with day in and day out. I love the skin I'm in. I love us. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's not hating on no other culture, no other race of people, nothing. I just love us that much. Despite everything, despite being in slavery and all of that, despite that, the resilience that we have, you know what I'm saying? The fact that we can, you know, take pig guts and ass and shit and
Mhm.
find a way to make food out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And they discontinued that major, and so I switched it to art history.
Okay.
So
so
Okay.
you know
it's a little bit of
about art.
both. I did at one point, Well, you know, when you're not really dealing with something every day, then, you know, you kind of lose the knowledge if you're not practicing it. So, but yeah, I know a little something, something about art, about the art world.
The brain is a muscle.
Absolutely.
The muscle has memory.
Yeah.
So, you know, once you start pumping it back, you'll get it back in no time.
Right, right.
So, how did you get into being a radio personality
in Boston?
How is that?
I have no idea why or how I'm here. I really don't. I got involved with the group through Ralph Tresvant, actually. I'm here because of Ralph Tresvant. That's why I'm here.
New addition.
So I'm scrolling, I'm minding my business, you know, on Facebook, scrolling through, and they're like, hey, it's a Ralph Tresvant fan club. Why don't you join? I'm like, I remember New Edition. You know, I used to love them back in the day. Sure, why not? I'm not doing anything. So I joined. And the next day, there was a member there because I'm not like a typical fan. I'm just not a fan girl. I'm too cool for that. You know, artists are too cool to be, you know, groupies or whatever. So a woman came on into the group and she said, well, I'm starting something called the Universal Wrist Stars. And the difference is, you know, Ralph Tresvant is actually into health and wellness and community and a lot of things that you would, you know, generally not know about him. So, you know, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so she wanted to start a group specifically on those topics. And I said, you know, I'm into all that kind of stuff. I should join. So I joined. A few days later, she said, you know, hey, I love the things that you're sharing in the group. You should become an admin. Became one of the 5 admins of Ralph's Universal Wrist Stars. So we decided to incorporate community service. We wanted that to be one of our pillars. So our first project was to come to Boston. One of the other shows, shout out to Mark Harris and the Bomb Squad. Mark Harris was having a cookout. And it was for the community. So we said, well, this could be our first project. We'll go up and we'll volunteer and we'll help serve. So 4 of us came up from the DC area, of DC and Virginia, and we just met when we got in the car. It was awesome. Came up to Boston. We were volunteering, and Mark Harris said, well, have you done radio? And I said, you know, I did a little something. I did some internet radio. I didn't count that as real radio. Because it was Blog Talk Radio. You know, you just sign up and you do it. So he said, well, I can hear it in your voice. He said, well, if you're interested, we have some openings. So he said, submit your stuff and see what happens. So I submitted my links and some commercial work that I had done. I had taught myself how to produce commercials.
Nice.
Side note, anything you want to learn how to do is on Google. There's no excuse. You know, you don't have to really, you know, pay for a class. Self-taught. So I submitted all that, and Marv Neal, who is our the manager of our station, you know, he said, well, you know what? You know, I like your stuff. If you move to Boston, you have a guaranteed space.
Wow.
So that was the deal, and I jumped on it. I had to do a little fundraiser first, keeping it real. Did a little GoFundMe.
Right.
Got the money together. But what I did was I rented a room up here, and I was living both places, in D.C. and in Boston. Wow. And then when I saw that it was going to work out, then I moved the family up. So that's how I ended up here.
Wow.
Crazy. Boston was not on my radar at all. It just, you know, it happened.
That's what's up.
Yeah. A lot of little nuggets in there. You know, if you see opportunity, you know, jump on it if you can. You just never know.
Because actually, to bring it kind of full circle, this actually kind of ties into what Brother Oreo was saying earlier about that housing voucher. You know, she absolutely. You know, it was an opportunity, something different. You know, she wasn't in DC and where her comfort zone. You know, they said, hey, come to Boston. It's far. Right? And, you know, so she took an opportunity. She took that chance. And now, you know what I'm saying, she got her own show. She's known with Ralph Tresvant, all that. Like, you know, so apply that to, like, what Brother Oreo was saying earlier.
Definitely.
Take that chance to better not just yourself but your kids. That's your future right there. So, you know, I just wanted to, what she said made me think of what Brother Oreo said. You know, bring it all in.
Yeah, if you show the universe that you are serious about something, then doors open. It ties into you. Last year, I had just moved here, and guess who comes on the radio? This guy right here, McNugg himself, right? So he comes on, and the Bomb Squad is interviewing you about the show, the pop-up artist show.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And I
remember
said,
that.
how can I connect with this guy? I missed his name. I didn't get to write it down, but I would love to be a part of that. Next thing you know, this year, boom, I'm in the show.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy? That is crazy.
Come on, universe. You know what
do your thing. Do your thing.
You see what me and brother Oreos is trying to do? I mean,
right.
We just want to little bit.
Yo, I just gotta say this again, man. That show was popping.
It was fire.
Yo,
it was popping, and we had people from everywhere that stopped it.
Yeah, yeah,
and just sat through the whole show.
Shout out to people up north, Canada. Toronto. They was the guy. He was like, bro, you are funny as shit. He was like, I just can't wait for you to grab the mic and say something else. Yo, I wasn't even trying to be that funny. It just happened that way. Yo.
Yeah, the energy of the crowd was amazing.
Yes, and don't worry, I will be posting the video from that night.
Second half. We posted the first half. We went live for the first half of the show.
Yeah.
The second half was like 20 times better.
Yeah. So
in the first half, we gotta get that up.
We're gonna be posting that along with the interviews with Miss Kiesha Carroll, aka DC Hunni, aka Frosty Hunni. and shout out to my homeboy Wood Jew, the wooden jeweler. He did his thing out there.
Beautiful pieces.
Has some dope pieces, chains, bracelets.
Rings.
This right here. Y'all can't see it, but that actually is one of his pieces that he made. Everybody out there on YouTube, you can't really see it, but there it go. This is all wood. It's not plastic. It's all wood. Everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? He made that. It's dope. He made this. He got big picture size frames and that he carved. This is all handmade. This ain't something he got from the flea market down the street. Nah, he made this. He went out there. He went to the woods. He found that piece of wood that was just talking to him, and he just started carving it up. You know, but we're gonna have links to all that, her stuff, his stuff. I'm pointing at y'all. When we post it, we'll put the links so y'all can go check out his stuff and her stuff. But tell us a little bit about your radio show. So what's the concept? You got so you're here in Boston. They like what you're doing. What's up with the show? What's the radio show?
So the show is growing, and shout out to the Honey Bunch who tuned in a little bit. All caps Tyrone, I told you guys. All caps.
Tyrone, what up, dog?
Official member of the Honey Bunch. My show is The Soul Suite with DC Hunni, and I am on 98.1 FM every Sunday evening from 8 to 10 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern Standard Time. And what we do is we spin the music that you don't hear as much in Boston.
Okay.
So we focus on the neo-soul music, the classic neo-soul artists, which, you know, of course, Angie Stone, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Dwelle, that type of thing. But also we want to give some shine to the newer people. Just got turned on to a guy named Zoe out of Detroit. He's in DC now.
Okay.
And some newer artists that come along, you know, the Daniel Caesars, the her, you know, that type of thing. And then we sprinkle in a little bit of funk because I love my funk.
Okay.
A little bit of funk, and then that classic soul, you know, the Stevie Wonder and the you know, the Queen, Aretha Franklin, that type of thing.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's a nice, you know, you might hear some Tribe Called Quest thrown in there and a little David Banner. You just never know, you know. I like to keep people on their toes. So
I'm not gonna lie. The other night I was cruising home to the oldie.
Yeah.
Like I put on YouTube, right, and I put in one of my favorite songs all the time. I put on some Lenny Williams, right?
Okay.
Because I love you.
You know I love you.
Yes.
No matter what you do.
I did that.
Nice.
And I was just cruising like, yeah. And then Fire and Desire came
Oh
on, yo.
man, they were doing it to you.
Yo, listen.
Desire.
Listen.
Woo!
Listen.
Yeah.
I was in that whole.
That's for you,
I ain't
boo.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. I see you. You watching.
She's on it.
She watching.
Listen. I cruised all the way home just in a good spirit. Good. You know what I mean? Just touch. I think I'm gonna do that again tonight because I got a long drive. I think I'm gonna just.
Yeah.
I don't
No, and that you know, quality music.
Absolutely.
Quality.
Nothing like the classics.
Quality.
That's what music had meaning.
Yeah.
Quality.
Listen, I'm not gonna front. Right? Like, you know, I'm an open book. I always talk about my life and my experiences, right?
Go ahead, brother.
But you know, while I was living, right? I was in solitary. I was going through mad shit. Just on the street. I was in the joint going through stuff, right? And I used to listen to 88.9 on the weekends. The Secret Spot.
Oh.
And they play, I swear the whole night, they played songs that related to everything that I was going through.
Wow.
He was like, wow. They just they felt that energy. They was just like, yo, we here, man.
Yo, word.
That's
But you know, that's the stuff that settles the soul.
Yeah.
It settles the soul.
I like that. Settles the soul.
Ooh, see,
Might see that pop up on my show.
Hashtags.
Right.
Settles the soul.
Hold on. Sunday from 8 to 10.
Sunday from 8 to 10. You can tune in 98.1 locally. But also our new website is up. You can listen 98